Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another Sims 3 mod video. I'm going to show you some family-oriented gameplay mods that will help complement gameplay from Generations and Seasons and all those different family packs. This is going to be great for people that want more interactions from pregnancy to the teen stages. I'm not going to be covering young adults, adult, or elder interactions because I feel like there's already enough as is. Before we get into the video, I do want to make one disclaimer because as I'm editing, I noticed that the Sims I use, Marty and Justine Keaton, look a lot lighter than they're supposed to. They are definitely not white Sims. I have a default skin replacement that automatically got placed on them, and I guess the values are just a little bit lighter in that area of the slider, and I didn't properly adjust. And I also have reshade turned on, which brightens my screen. I was not trying to make it look like I was like whitewashing the Sims or anything like that. They don't look that light in the game when I'm actually playing. It just looks really, really light in editing. I don't know if that's going to translate to YouTube or not, but I just wanted to put it out there. I'm not trying to whitewash the Keatons. I love the Keatons. I would never do that. But yeah, the first mod that I want to get into is a mod that will add more interactions for pregnant Sims and then Sims interacting with the pregnant Sims as well. And these have some great animations. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is whenever you are clicking on a Sim who is pregnant, you now have the interaction to ask when the due date is. All right, so he's going to come over and ask her when her due date is.
Haba or Herbal. He's a
Odate.
Bahar.
And as you can see up in the top corner, it'll actually tell you how many hours are left until birth, which is really, really cool. It's actually great for knowing when your Sim is going to give birth. And then one other interaction that you can do is kiss tummy, which is not something you could do before.
Oh, Huma.
Now on her side, she has a few different interactions as well, but one of the best ones here is that the animation for announcing a pregnancy is different depending on your relationship, and there's new animations, and they are extremely well done.
Cheers. Good luck.
Fuji Bron.
Flirtigas.
Nerb. Oh!
Basil.
As you can see, he's like lifting her up off the ground and everything. That does not happen in the regular animation. Yeah, the regular announced pregnancy animation for The Sims 3 is kind of lame. I think they just like congratulate animation by patting them on the shoulder. And then Justine also has a few options now when she clicks on herself when we go to baby. She can rub her belly, give a kiss, talk to, and then sing to her belly. So I'll just show you what a couple of these look like.
Says, birds and a wavy.
Here she is singing to her belly. Animation's a little bit weird. It's going through her feet or her tummy, but can't always ask for perfection, y'all. And yeah, that's just like a cool little mod that enhances and that's just a cool little mod that adds some new gameplay to the pregnancy stage of a Sim's life. There are other mods for pregnancy that like adjust the length of pregnancy and everything. I don't really consider that changing family gameplay in any way, so I'm not going to include those, but they do exist. There's a lot actually. And there's one more mod for pregnancy that I want to show off, and I will show that off when she goes into labor. This one's a little bit weird, or maybe a lot of people aren't going to like it. It's not something I'd particularly keep into my game, but I know that there are some people out there that are looking for a mod like this, so I wanted to showcase it anyway. And it's a realistic childbirth mod. Don't worry, it's not going to be anything like graphic or anything. Alright, y'all, so I went ahead and cheated her into labor because I can't be arsed to just sit here and wait for however long it takes for her to get this baby out of her. So this mod is going to add a default replacement for the animations of a home birth. So in The Sims 3, if you choose not to go to the hospital after a certain amount of time, you'll have this pop up in the corner where it says have baby. And normally they'll just spin around and have the baby. This adds more realistic animations, but they can be a bit much for some people. So obviously it's a boy. They always have a boy. I'm just going to name him Gene. So she's going to do her regular animation with like the cramps and everything. Or the contractions, I should say. And then they have a little more realistic of an animation that happens where she gets down and, like, you know, gets in childbirth position. And, yeah, she has the baby. I know that not everybody's going to love this, but I thought I would show it anyway because I'm sure there's people out there that really want this in their game. And if you've ever watched my active open hospital, I'm going to pause this because she will not stop screaming. If you've never watched my open hospital tutorial, you should watch that, and that would be a great thing to do if you wanted to have a hospital birth. You could have your Sim walk there and then step into one of the patient's rooms and then wait until she gives birth in there. If you wanted a more hospital setting for your birth without having to just go into a rabbit hole, that could be a great combination of a rabbit hole free hospital and this birth mod. So that's something to consider as well. So she's just gonna do this for a while, and then she'll eventually have the baby. I don't know if the baby slides out. No, okay, it doesn't. It kind of glitches into her hand. Okay. So it's not graphic at all or anything. It's just, I mean, it's a little more realistic if that's what you want. I know some people don't want that though. So, but I wanted to show it off anyway. All right, so we've covered the pregnancy and childbirth section, and now we're gonna move on to the babies. Now, there's quite a bit to show for the babies. So I have a mod called More Baby Interactions. Everything's gonna be linked down below, obviously, and this is just gonna add exactly what it says: more baby interactions. So now you have the option to play with.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
And I'm pretty sure the baby can throw up on you, just like in Sims 2 when you play with a baby. You also have the option to bathe the baby, which is a big one. You can bathe the baby in the sink now. So we're going to go ahead and have her bathe the baby. The only downside to this is there's no sensor that pops up. So the baby's like, obviously the baby's clothed, but there's no sensor that pops up over the clothed baby to make it look like she's bathed. I don't know. It looks weird because like this baby's in overalls right now getting bathed. Probably a little strange, but you know, you do what you do what you can. And then you also have other interactions like snuggle and rock. I'm just going to show a couple, so we'll just do the snuggle interaction. And then I'll let anyone that downloads this mod, or thinks this mod is something they might want, discover the rest themselves. There's actually quite a few interactions, though. And since it's already on screen, I would go ahead and recommend that you also get some hairs and then clothing for your babies as well, so they're not like the burrito babies. In order to do this, you're going to have some way to open up Create a Sim on them. I think you can just use testing cheats, but if not, you can also use Master Controller and Ross Master Controller, and then you'll just jump in. Now, the wispy hair that I have just replaces every baby, so every baby has the hair. But I also have hats for babies as well, which is a good option as well. And there's other baby hairs you can get as well. It's really hard to find hairs for babies because when you type in baby hairs, obviously it shows you like baby hairs for like, you know, not actual babies, just like the usually is an accessory that you would put on your sim that like give you baby hairs. So it's kind of difficult to find, but this adds hats. Obviously it's hard to see just because of the way that babies present in Create a Sim, but you have a lot of different cute little hats. I think it's adorable. We're gonna give him this. We'll give him this. He's gonna look a little silly, but you know, I think it's cute. So you have that, and then one other really, really cool thing that you have, then this is for babies and toddlers, is a baby carrier. So this was, I think this was ported over from Get Together. It was at least inspired by the one in Get Together. They might have like had to like kind of do it from scratch though. I don't know how well that would have transferred over. But you can now put your baby in a baby carrier. And she can walk around with this baby on her back. And if she wanted to, like, I don't know, like make dinner or something, or I guess lunch, it's lunchtime, she could cook mac and cheese while she has this baby on her back. This is like a game changer because the strollers in The Sims 3 Generations were all right, but they really slowed you down if you actually wanted to take your baby somewhere, and it was more for like taking your baby for a walk. But this, you could take your baby to the park if you want to go on a family outing to the park. You don't have to leave the baby at home, and you don't also have to have someone carrying it and not being able to do interactions. So it's really good for that. Obviously, some interactions you can't do with the baby carrier on, so like if she wanted to eat and go sit down, she would automatically take this off. But there's a lot that you can do. Like obviously she's cooking right now, and she does not have to take the baby carrier off. She burned the mac and cheese. She burned her mac and cheese. And then there's also this interact button, which is just like a cute little interaction you could do. Look at that. Isn't that cute? We love to see it. All right, so that's all that I have for the babies. So I'm going to go ahead and just force him to age up so that we can move on to toddlers, because there's quite a bit for toddlers as well. All right, y'all. Little Jean is now aged up to a toddler, and we get to check out some of the many new interactions. Girl, could you stop flushing that goddamn toilet? I am trying to narrate. We get to check out the new many interactions that come with the mods that I have for toddlers. There's quite a bit. So one of the coolest ones, well, I mean, they're all pretty cool, but this is a pretty cool one, is you can play Peekaboo now. This is a completely separate mod from all the other mods. It just comes as one interaction. But there's also a set called More Toddlers Interactions, which has a lot of different interactions. But look at these two, just playing Peekaboo together. And this really helps the relationship go up fast. One really cool mod is Ask For, so now toddlers can ask for things that they need. So if this toddler was hungry, which he's not, but he can ask for food, and she will give him a bottle. So it helps with toddlers that need something but are just like sitting around crying. They can now crawl over to someone and ask, hey bitch, give me this, you know? If you have Supernatural, there is a mod that allows the toddlers to use the rocking horse that comes with that pet. and it has its own custom animations, and it's really, really well done. So we're gonna check that out as well. He's gonna come over here and ride the rocking horse. And obviously, that is super cute. Alright, y'all, so I threw together probably the ugliest playground you've ever seen in your life because I want to show this next mod, which is outdoor activities for toddlers. And there's a few different activities they can do. So they can now ride on this. I think they could ride on this if you had an adult help them, but now they can climb up on their own and use it. Which is, come on. That's really cute. They can also play on the slide, so I'll show you what that looks like. And these are all custom animations, so... I mean, they're extremely well done for mods. He's gonna climb up to the top of this slide all on his own. Now this one might only make sense if your sim taught the toddler how to walk already. Then you could be like, okay, it makes a little more sense. And they can jump. Oh my god, you can jump on the trampoline. And I think he was about to get on it. It said jump together, but then he left. Darn it. That'd have been so cute. I don't know what happens with that because the toddler has its own animation for jumping. So he can climb right up on this trampoline. And he gonna bounce on that. Look at that. So cute. I don't know what the lighting is doing on this trampoline. That's a little off, but that's not the mod's fault. That's just something weird going on. And then they can also play with the soccer goal. I have no clue what this one's gonna look like. I haven't seen this yet. Okay. That's kind of, you know, yeah. I could see it. This one might be a little bit unrealistic for the toddlers, in my opinion, but it's still cute to have. And it gives your toddler a lot more activities to do outside. So if you're having like a family, especially if you're having like a leisure day party and everyone's outside having like a barbecue or something, it allows the toddlers to actually partake in more than just the sandbox, because that's really all they can do for the most part in backyards is just like do the sandbox. But this adds a lot more stuff for them to do. So the next mod that I want to show you is more toddler interactions. It's a lot like the babies one, except it's for toddlers. So this adds a few different interactions. Some of them like hug, I think, where is it at? Toss in air is a good one. And then there's play. Yes, play up here. So we'll just look at the play one because that's the one that impressed me the most. But these are all really, 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 really great interactions. But this one's super cute. Of course, there's an alien while I'm trying to record this video, but we're just going to ignore him. Hopefully he doesn't ring my doorbell. I can't, really, alien? I'm trying to do something. Okay. This is a really cute interaction. And I'm pretty sure the toddler can throw up on you too if you do this at the wrong time. So you gotta be careful. And all these interactions for the babies and toddlers are autonomous as well, so they will do this on their own. And then we have the option to give a bath, and it says regular bath, so I'm assuming you can also give them bubble baths if you have bubble bath. I do not have bubble bath in my inventory, so no, don't change the dirty diaper. Give bath. Give bath to Jean. Oh, that's another thing. Because I'm holding Jean, I can actually show Jean any object in the house, or any person in the house as well. Girl, what are you struggling with? We're gonna teleport them in here because I can't be ours. We're just gonna do it this way. Okay, there was like something preventing her from being able to walk in here. And this, I'm pretty sure, this might honestly take animations from The Sims 2. I can't tell because I can't remember. But either way, the animations look really good. Here he is getting his little bath. Isn't that cute? Such a cute little moment.
Blah, blah.
I bet you could do a bubble bath. Or like if there was a duck in there, he'd play with the duck. I don't know. We'll have to test that out some other day. So another thing you could do if a toddler is in a crib and they need to sleep, you can help them to sleep. That is another interaction, if it would let me. Let's try that one more time. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me. And then you also have other ones. So there's a lot of interactions. I'm not going to go through them all, but like sit and feed. So you could sit there with them and feed them, which is really, really cute. She needs to go to sleep though, so, you know. But that is about it for the toddler mods. So we are going to go ahead and just age him up again. Sorry. You don't get to experience your childhood. We're aging you up. Now, there is really only one mod that I have to show you for children. If you play The Sims 3 Generations, if you own The Sims 3 Generations, you may not know this, but there's actually a Playdate event in that game where basically a sim can ask to bring their kid over to have a Playdate. But it's very, very rare, so most people have never seen it happen. And this is just a mod that makes it much easier to get that to happen, so I will show you what that is like. But we can't have the Playdate until Saturday, so it's going to be a hot minute.
Let's go.
So one of the requirements for a playdate to happen is that you need to have your child sim have a relationship of 5 or higher with a child, which I just went ahead and cheated it up because I don't have time. And then also have the parent of your child sim have a relationship of 5 or higher with the parent of the other child. So basically you just have to be acquaintances for this to happen. And then you just have to wait for Saturday or Sunday to roll around, and then fingers crossed that we will get the pop-up. Alright, y'all, so it is Saturday at 11 a.m. I'm pretty sure that 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. is the time in which you might get a pop-up for the playdate. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope to the sim gods above that we get this playdate pop-up. Oh my gosh, guys, we got the pop-up, and it was actually with the dad instead of the mom. I was expecting the mom to get the call since I made her best friends with Judy, but basically you get this pop-up. Judy Bunch wants to know if you're this is basically, if you've ever had a playdate in The Sims 3 Generations, you know what this is. But they are extremely rare because of the way that they coded the game. They made them a very low percentage chance, so a lot of people have never seen this. So we'll just click yes. And then the child will come. I don't know why I made it sound like he was saying no. She's gonna come over, and we're gonna have our play date, damn it. Okay, cool. Here they are. We'll just have you invite inside. Now, Judy should leave. I don't think she stays. She didn't stay last time, so hopefully she gets out of here. And now they got their little play date, and it's just basically like a little hangout. They can do whatever they want. So that is the mod that I have for children. It just makes it a little more like, I don't know, your child will have friends come over more often with this mod, so I think it's cute. There wasn't a lot of mods that I could find for children, and I didn't really have any. There are mods that I'll link below that allow children to do other things like gardening and like playing instruments and everything like that. But I've already talked about those mods in the past. Alright, sorry Gene, but now that we have shown that off, we're gonna go ahead and trigger another age transition. Because it is time for him to become... Jesus Christ. It is time for him to become a teenager and move on with his life. Gene has reached his... It doesn't matter, I don't know why I'm reading this for y'all. We're just gonna blah blah blah. He is a virtuoso, so I'm gonna let that inform what... The Sims 3 has the loudest goddamn sound effects on Earth. It's so fucking annoying. Anyways... I'm going to let that inform how we go about the next mod. So this next mod that I have for teens, this is a fantastic mod for your teen Sims that don't want to go to college, but you still want them to not be completely, I don't know, shit out of luck when they become an adult. This is an apprenticeship mod, which basically is just new part-time careers. But these part-time careers, depending on what level you get to in your teen years, it'll affect the level that you can start out as a young adult in that career path. So there's a lot of different apprenticeships. I will link the main page below and you can pick which ones you want, but I just downloaded a few, and for him I'm going to do the music one because that makes the most sense for him. Now you do need to have the NROS careers module in order for these to work as well. So you'll just click on the rabbit hole for the apprenticeship you want to do, and we can begin a music business apprenticeship. So I'm going to have him do that. And I'm not sure if it'll count as a part-time job, so we're going to see if it fulfills his wish to get a part-time job as well. Alright, he's going to go right inside. And we're going to accept that career. And it did fulfill his wish to become, or to have a part-time job, so that's good to know. And now we have our little thing. It's basically just custom part-time careers. So we need to do social networking and guitar skill in order to move up in this one, so that's interesting. And if you reach the final level of the career, that will give you a huge leg up in the adult version of that career. So when he goes into the music career as a young adult, he is going to start out at a higher level because of this apprenticeship. So it's a great alternative to doing university if you don't like playing university, or if you have a sim where it doesn't make sense for them to go to university. Now, I'm not going to progress through this entire apprenticeship with you all. I just wanted to showcase this one last mod for teens. This just gives them a little bit of extra stuff to do. I mean, it's not really extra stuff. It gives them more options, I should say, because the part-time jobs are very lacking in this game. I think it's like bookstore, spa, and then grocery store, and that's it. So it gives you a few more options for your teenage Sims to work. And it actually changes their work schedule, because I think in the default part-time careers, it's like Saturday and Sunday, but in this, it's actually Monday through Friday. So your teen Sims are going to be busy as hell. So it's not like you're getting an easy way into a good career path in the future. You have to work really hard because you're going to be like busy, and it's going to be hard to stay on top of school. So it's not necessarily an easier alternative to going to university, but it is a quicker alternative for sure. Alright y'all, and that is basically all that I have for you in this video. So I showed you some mods to enhance pregnancy, add new interactions for babies, add new interactions for toddlers, fix the play dates for children so that they actually happen, which isn't really a new interaction, but it may as well be for some of us because I'd never gotten one just in the vanilla game. And then also added apprenticeships for teens that give them a different path to follow outside of just going to university. So I think that this really helps to enhance the family gameplay and just enhances playing as a sim from baby all the way to teen. There is stuff out there for young adults. Obviously, there's endless amounts of mods that add gameplay for young adults, and those can also apply to elders. But I wanted to really focus on the younger life stages for this video. I think that if you're a fan of Generations and you're a fan of family style gameplay, that some of these mods are must-haves because they complement that pack so perfectly and all the different interactions and gameplay that were added within it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. Let me know if there are any mods that you would also recommend for family simmers to get in the comments down below. I'm obviously not able to search the internet for every single Sims 3 mod that exists, so I may have missed some, but these are the ones that I like. These are the ones that I test every mod in my game. I make sure that it's not something completely janky. I think the most janky one that I showed was maybe like the childbirth, and that might be a little weird for some people just because she's laying on the floor giving birth with jeans on, but to me, it's not any weirder than like spinning around and having a sparkly baby appear. So, you know, it is what it is. It's depending on what you want. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, you can subscribe for more if you're not already, because I intend to keep on doing a lot of Sims mods, a lot of Sims 3 mods, I should say, and a lot of different tutorials as well in The Sims 3. I also have been streaming a Sims 3 Wilderness Survival Challenge on my YouTube channel as well. If you go to the live tab, you can see the VODs for that. There's, I think, 3 parts so far. I'm going to pick up back with that here in a bit, but I've been a little bit busy with work, so I just haven't really had a good time frame to stream with. But I do intend to continue that as well. So yeah, keep your eyes for that. I'll schedule the next stream, and then you can turn notifications on if you want to join. If not, it's no big deal. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.